Gears of War was a household name to almost everyone who had a 360 back in the day. It spawned a multiplayer phenomenon that was almost cut from the game, further revolutionized the third-person shooter genre after Resident Evil 4, and later became a killer app on the Xbox platform for years to come. But how did that happen exactly? Let's take a closer look at how it all began with the first Gears of War, and see if it lives up to its legacy 14 years later. The game starts off with Dom opening the cell door of his best friend, Marcus Phoenix, an ex-COG soldier that was sentenced to 40 years for disobeying orders in order to save his father. Dom then explains to Marcus that Hoffman pardoned everybody and that he needs all the help that he can get. And guess what Marcus's first words fresh out of prison are?
Welcome back to the army, soldier.
Shit. Let's go.
We've got two options. We can go back the way I came, through the guards' quarters. It takes time, but it's safe. Or we can go through the prison blocks and get right into the fight. Your choice.
Let's take the guards' quarters. I gotta work out the kinks.
Sounds good, man. I got your back. 6-4, this is Delta 2. We are en route. Over.
Copy that. We are beginning our run. 6-4 in position. Fox 1, Fox 1.
Hey! 6-4, this is Delta 2. Hold your fire. We are inside the prison. Over.
Roger that. Holding fire. Advise you reload.
The tutorial's pretty simple. A is to slide to cover, RT is to shoot, LT is to aim, and RB is to reload.
Shit, it's a time security door. You're gonna have to hit the button and run.
Oh my fucking god, really? Fucking open this piece of shit door. Oh. Can't believe I forgot to hit the button.
Nice.
What the hell's been going on in this prison?
You don't want to know.
Well, that was interesting.
Marcus, they're cutting through the door. Take cover. Take cover!
Hell no, you got me fucked up. Come on.
Get ready.
Here it comes. Only one guy. Bruh, this man didn't even get shot yet and he's already down. I love Dom AI, bro. Anyway, what you meet now is what's called a drone, which are the main foot soldiers in the franchise. They are essentially like you. All they do is duck and cover with assault rifles. And they are the spongiest group of people if I have ever seen one. They take 1,000,000 bullets to kill on insane mode with the hammer burst and do a shit ton of damage too. So duck and cover. It's useful. Oh, you see that red omen on the wall? Those indicate where the COG tags are, which are the collectibles in this game. Unfortunately, the only thing they're worth is some extra gamer score and unlocking Min and Gears 2, so they're really just not worth it. So after you complete the tutorial level, Marcus and Dom rush over to the chopper for extraction as they are being chased by this weird looking creature called a corpser. In the most hilarious looking running animation ever.
Welcome to Delta Squad.
Where are we going?
Embry Square. Colonel Hoffman's waiting for us.
Hoffman. Oh, shit.
This is gonna be awesome. Hey! Are you the Marcus Phoenix? The one who fought at Aspfield Fields?
Yep.
Wow. Cool!
Not really.
You! Traitor like you doesn't deserve to wear the uniform.
Looks to me like you need all the help you can get.
Step aside. Lieutenant, I've got good news. We have a plan to end this war, once and for all.
Yeah, right.
Sensors are picking up enemy movement, sir, close by.
Take cover! Move! Shit!
To the right!
We now have the light mass bomb. I'll take out all these bastards with one shot.
Up high!
But it can't work if we don't have the targeting data. That's why we need the resonator.
Watch the side!
You missed! It'll map their tunnel so that we can hit those sons of bitches where they live!
Now I'm pissed! Oh yeah!
Up there!
How much can they take?
We've lost contact with Alpha Squad. Last transmission was from Embry Square.
Down to 4.
I want you to get in there, find those men, and deploy that resonator.
Will we have air support?
What? Are you kidding? You are the support, son! Nemesis are keeping our birds out of the area. You'll have to move in on foot.
We're screwed.
Down to 2! All clear.
But the lieutenant here will be feeding you
Yes, sir.
intel.
And the smart thing to do right now would be to leave.
You, get it done!
That was satisfying.
I expect you to give me 110%, Phoenix.
I'm not doing this for you. Enemy reinforcements!
So now you need to locate Alpha Squad and that resonator. When you finally get the laser chainsaw, please do not drop this weapon. It has a bunch of ammo, and has better damage output in comparison to the hammer burst. Plus you could do this shit with it too.
Nothing but bits.
You then come across these things called E-holes or emergency holes, and basically they spawn drones. To close them, you just toss a grenade at them and they stop spawning.
Looks like we need to split up. Phoenix, you and Carmine will go right. Dom and I will go left.
Yes, sir.
The running animations though. I know it's 2006 and the technology wasn't there at the time, but I just couldn't help but laugh. Oh, and here come the Troika gunners. And in case you don't remember, Troikas are basically mounted machine guns that will just instantly kill you if you stay in their line of sight for too long. So it's best to either go for headshots or wait until they're not looking at you to shoot them. Using the Troika is a bit underwhelming. Yes, it has unlimited heating, so therefore you could just as long as you want. But they fucked it up by having no crosshair, no crosshair, therefore leaving me with no way to know if I'm aiming at the dude or not. When you finally make it out of the House of Sovereigns, you come across a new enemy type called the Grenadiers, and they're these ultra shirtless chads that run around with shotguns, and as the name suggests, they throw grenades. There's also a Grenadier Elite variant, but they aren't that much better if you learn to take cover from afar. Anyway, after you clear the wave of guys, you sit down and discuss each other's problems.
You good?
Yeah, but I got a problem. Something's wrong with this thing. Ugh, it keeps jamming. Ugh, see?
As soon as Carmine dies, you defend another wave of guys, and soon you find yourselves at the radio jam. Luckily, you come across the gold train, baby! Woo!
I think we just found Alpha.
Move.
Oh yeah, I got enough for all of you.
Somebody's having a good time up there.
To the west, baby.
Holy shit! It's one guy.
You missed. You need glasses, sucker. Damn! Oh, you can't see straight. Let me know you can. Hold still.
Soldier needs our help. Take down those stairs.
Oh yeah, I'm back in the game. Yeah, that was beautiful, baby.
State your name, soldier.
Private Augustus Cole, Alpha Squad, sir.
Coal? As in the coal train?
Yeah, that's right.
Where's the rest of your squad?
They're sitting tight over in the tomb.
We're Delta Squad. We're here to retrieve the sonic device.
And to get you guys out of here. Hell yeah, we've been waiting for the chopper, but the radios don't work for shit. Sir,
We noticed.
it's the Cedars. They're jamming our transmissions. Then we have to make those Cedars our top priority, sir.
Agreed. We need to re-establish radio contact with Control ASAP.
Number 83. Damn.
The one and only, baby.
Remember this guy? He played for the Cougars. Defensive lineman. We saw you play.
That's right. Everybody wants to see the train, baby.
Hey, Marcus. Remember? Division playoffs? 40-yard line?
I remember you owe me $20.
Oh, yeah? See me after the war.
Yeah, right. So now you walk and walk until you stumble upon these creatures called... They have low health, but they hit hard up close and somewhat fast, so it's best to keep a shotgun in hand. If all else fails, just chainsaw them. Unless there's a group of them, then you'll just get yourself killed on insane difficulty. But the wretch is gone. It's about time you've seen a cedar. To kill one, you need the Hammer of Dawn. It's a weapon that shoots a giant laser from outer space onto a designated target. All you need to do is kill four of these things and you're good.
Which one of you freaks is next? That's 3 for 3.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that's its mouth that... I think I found the ass. It literally shoots out Nemesis. It literally shits out Nemesis from his ass, bro. I'm done.
This building used to be a beautiful place. There's a lot of history here.
A lot of lies, too.
Well, you've got some nerve, soldier. I know all about your trial.
His trial was a sham.
Damn, this man Marcus got no chill, I swear to God. Anyway, after you destroy a couple nemesis and kill some locust drones, you then meet Baird of Alpha Squad.
Who loves you, baby?
Yeah, group hug. Where's Rojas?
progress. I understand they have located another squad. Our strategy remains the same. Cut off the head of the snake, and the body dies. We will win this war. It's only a matter of time.
No, we're here for Alpha and the Resonator. Come on!
Fall back. Let's go!
Control, this is Private Phoenix. Lieutenant Kim is dead. So we've fallen back inside the tomb and we need a way out of here.
Repeat, Alpha. Kim is dead?
Confirmed, Control. KIA.
Roger that. There's a courtyard at the other end of your building. That's your best bet.
Copy that.
Well, we sure as shit can't stay here.
You're Baird.
Yeah, that's right, asshole. Question is, who are you?
Oh shit, quiet. Don't move. What was that? A berserker. She can hear us. She can smell us.
Oh man, we're fucked! We're fucked! I'm getting out of here!
Kill us!
Oh no! It's dark in here!
This is Delta. We have a berserker in the vicinity. Please advise.
Hold your fire, Delta. Standard weapons won't work. Do you still have the Hammer of Dawn?
Affirmative, Control.
You've only got minutes of satellite coverage. Get her outside and use the hammer. That's the only thing that'll work.
Wilco, Delta out. Alright, guys, sit tight. We came here to help you, and that's what we're gonna do. Dom, let's go.
It's like what Baird said. Berserkers are blind, but they have an incredible sense of smell and sound. So all I have to do is shoot her enough to lure her through the sound of your gun, and then dodge her in order for it to break through the walls. Sound pretty familiar, don't you think? When you do lure her outside though, all you have to do is just burn her up and she's dead. Pretty okay boss fight, but it's nothing special.
Hey, Cole. There. It's all clear.
Control, this is Delta. Come in.
I read you, Marcus. Colonel Hoffman is coming online.
Report. We're here with Alpha, and we have the resonator.
Very good. Stand by for new orders.
You guys all right?
We gotta get out of here. It's gonna be dark soon.
So?
Delta, we now have a secondary target. You'll deploy your resonator in the Lethia Emulsion Facility due west of your position. And you're in charge, Sergeant Phoenix, as of now.
Sergeant?
Copy that. We're clear for Ravens.
Negative. Area's too hot for choppers. You'll have to find another way. Hoffman out.
Typical. Don't give a smart guy a promotion. Give it to a jackass instead.
So we gotta hump this to the factory, or what?
Nah, screw that. I got an idea.
Oh, yeah? What is it, smart guy?
Enough. Let's move.
Act 1 really serves as a nice introduction to the series. You quickly immerse yourself in the shoes of Marcus as you have zero idea what the fuck is going on here, as you're put into whatever sticky situation this is, like he is. Its enemies are also neat because there are these reptilian-looking creatures that they just come out of the ground out of thin air and are literal monsters, and they're pretty simple to fight.
Plan? What plan? You don't have a plan? You're just talking shit. Plan.
Just wait and see, asshole.
So after you burn the Berserker, you meet a new enemy type called a Boomer, and he's exactly what you expect him to be.
Shit. Keep it down. Down.
What's up?
Boomers, get ready. Shit.
They're huge, but sadly the same cannot be said about the size of their brains. Boomers have a bunch of health and their boom shots can insta-kill you, but it's pretty easy to counter. They fire, every time they fire they say, so duck and cover when they say that, and you will be fine.
These guys are almost as big as you, Cole.
Yeah, almost.
The boom shots themselves are okay at best, but they lack that ammo capacity, and being projectile based instead of bullet based truly kills it for me, which is why the long shot is the best power weapon. Oh, and speaking of the long shot, there's another new enemy type introduced called snipers, and they're also what you expect them to be. They sit and perch from long distance with sniper rifles. That is it. Duck and cover and you'll be fine. After you push through a couple waves of guys, you then meet the stranded, which are people who are against the COG.
Cub bullshit's not gonna help you out here. Hey, pig! I'm talking to you, piggy!
Blow me.
Leave it alone, Bear.
What are you, my mom?
It's all you, Dom.
Don't worry, I got it. Won't let you down.
Hey, Santiago, what you doing here? No news on the lady, man. I'll tell you if I heard anything. I don't want people seeing me with you, all right? It's not good for business, man.
Give me that junker of yours.
Say what? Get real, man.
I'm serious. We need it.
Sorry to hear you're having problems, man, but I'm not giving you my ride, yo.
You owe me one. I'm calling in the favor right now.
All right, man, I'll do it. Yo, on one condition. They stay here, yo. As collateral. We can use the extra guns, man.
Done.
It's an asphalt gas station. Why don't you go get it? Hey, yo, Santiago. We even now, man. No more favors, asshole. This is bullshit. Told you. Your plan was all right.
Hey, hands off the merchandise. Yeah, you. Bear it out.
Wonder who's that lady Franklin was referring to. I would if I were to tell you that Franklin is also voiced by the same guy who does Marcus, who is also a white guy. Yeah, that's how good he is at his job. Anyway, Cole and Baird are then left behind in exchange for getting the junker, and to do this, Marcus and Dom need to walk in the night in order to get it. Oh my god, time to crank up the difficulty. A little. You then come across these creatures called krill, and anything that isn't under a bright light source gets eaten by them. So to avoid this, you either take cover under one of those, and you have to shoot propane tanks so you can take cover near its bright flames. I wouldn't necessarily say it's hard, but it's a nice change of pace.
How's it going, Baird?
Oh, it's bullshit. Somebody here figured out the Coldplay thrash ball. Now it's all, oh, Coltrane, tell us all about that play again. And, hey, number 83, sign my shirt. Where the hell are you guys?
We're working on it. Sit tight.
I love Baird already. His wit and outright straightforwardness never ceases to make me laugh.
Shit.
Nice going, dumbass.
There it is.
Over here, you dumb shits. You nincompoops. Look at this place. We've burned half the neighborhood down, and we've got locusts and krill flying up our ass. All thanks to you.
Where's the junker?
I didn't think you guys were gonna make it, so I didn't fill it up. I figure that's your job. Pump's over there.
Fend off a boring wave of locusts as you fill up the junker. You then get to drive said junker too. Here's the catch though. You cannot drive and shine the UV lights at the same time. You can only do one at a time, and it's the most annoying part in this entire act. Since you're already in a stationary position while shooting the lights, Crow will sometimes eat up the junker in an angle you cannot see them in, and there are times where you cannot kill the Krill since they like to get into spots where the UV lights are too far ahead of the Krill to damage them. And you don't even get to outrun them either. So, don't do that. Because they will eat your junker up faster than a fat person eating a Whopper. And the worst part is that there aren't any checkpoints. So if you die once, you have to drive all the way back from the beginning again. When you finally arrive to where Baird and Cole are, you have to defend yet another wave of enemies, and soon you are off to the emotion factory.
Almost had us that time. Let's move out.
Act 2 was pretty alright. The crew definitely made things a bit more interesting by adding a level of strategy. We got to see Baird and Cole's personality shine through and through a lot more as the act progresses.
Cole, you there? Everything okay?
Shit, yeah, baby, we got to hook up. They giving us a big-ass dinner.
We are going to get dysentery from this shit.
Bear's having a hard time adjusting, you know.
Tell Baird to shut up and eat. We'll be back soon.
Copy that.
But suffers because of the underwhelming junker part, and that last part felt a bit monotonous too. So, yeah, Act 2 gets a pass for me. I have nothing to say.
Control, this is Delta Squad. Our vehicle is DOA. We're now on foot. Please advise.
Copy that, Delta. The pumping station lift is offline, so you need to enter the mines through the factory. Continue down this road.
Affirmative. Let's go.
Stupid junker. Piece of shit.
Can you fix it?
Man can fix anything, man. You just need the right parts. What the hell is slamming me?
Oh, I'm sure they do more than just glow in the dark, Baird.
Open that door, will you?
It's locked.
Just get Jack to open it.
Won't work. These doors are too thick. Control, this is Delta. We're at the factory, but the entrance is blocked.
Copy that, Delta. I'm sorry, but I don't see any other options on my screen.
Alright, this'll go faster if we split up. Okay, Cole, Baird, you head that way. We'll head right. Radio us when you find an entrance.
Man, I don't know. That sounds like a bad idea.
I'll be sure to take that under advisement, Gus. Now move it.
Yes, sir!
Come on, Cole. Let's move.
Damn, Marcus. You'll get over it.
Damn, Marcus, you really gotta do my man's Cole like that?
Did you see that? Yeah, I did. Kinda wish I hadn't.
After Delta 1 and 2 split up, you then come across Lambent Wretches, and they are essentially the same as normal wretches, except they explode when they die. That's the only difference. I honestly have nothing more to say other than advise you don't come close to them, as their self-destructiveness do quite a bit of damage on Insane. I already love the aesthetics here. Kind of reminds me of old school Resident Evil games, and it shows too. The very dark colors and its overall eeriness of the environment is really the stuff of creepiness. Just look at it.
I think I got it.
Yeah, Baird, you did.
Yeah, turn them off, will ya?
Huh? What?
Never mind.
When Marcus make it inside the facility, they are then granted by a stranded who thinks he is getting rescued.
Cease fire! Dipshit.
Finally, the rescue team.
What are you doing in here?
Waiting for you? I'm ready to go.
We're looking for the cart control room. Where is it?
Well, you have to get down to the factory floor through that door, but it's locked.
Well, how about you help us unlock it?
Who? Me? Aren't we leaving?
Not yet. Come on. Delta 2, come in. Watch the vents.
Roger. You're not gonna believe where we are.
Soul, could you give us Delta 2's location?
GID readings are faint. Looks like the sewer system?
There's shit everywhere. Come on, man. A little bit of this, good for you. Builds your immune system. Yeah, it also builds disease. Delta 2 out.
No way.
Sucks to be them. Hi, boys.
I can smell you two a mile away.
Screw you, man. Get down here and see how much you like it. There's room for one more. It's a fucking party down here.
No thanks.
Keep moving. We'll see you at the carts.
I swear, the dynamic between Cole and Baird is so funny, dude. It's genius.
If we cut through here, we'll be all right.
Poor choice of words, my guy.
Shit, he's gone.
Careful. We need to keep moving. Just watch your step.
Damn, I hate this place.
Anyway, you have to carefully walk through the wooden floor to make it to the other side. Watch your step, because one wrong move, you'll go down below and you have to start all the way from where you started from. How the fuck does dude get up here? Oh no, did Don really bring him up here? Wow, you gotta be kidding me with this bullshit, yo. After you regroup with Cole and Baird, you then have to kill a couple guys and go on a mediocre rail section where you barely get to kill anything. With that over with, you finally have dug underground.
Stinks down here. There's krill shit everywhere.
All right, enough. Let's get this done and get out of here before the krill come
I
back.
heard that.
Watch out! Ah! Damn! problem. You and Cole are gonna have to find an alternate route.
Roger that. We're moving.
We'll see you there.
Swear to God, those two fell down there like it's a cartoon. Gotta love 2006 technology. You kill a bunch of locusts. You then have to fight some more dudes and... Oh, what the fuck?! Who just deadass appeared out of nowhere? Oh my god. That was a close one. After that's been over with, you finally reach the Corpsa boss, which is pretty easy. All you have to do is... Wow. Can't believe I died to that. All you have to do is walk towards it, wait for it to spread its legs, shoot the belly, and then the face afterwards. Keep doing this until you reach those metal clips at the end and shoot them to let it drown in emotion. Pretty simple, but super boring boss fight. Probably the worst in the game.
Just in time.
Yeah, just in time to kiss my ass.
Man, I can't believe we missed this.
Cole, you still got the resonator?
Booted, suited, and ready to get executed.
And the time?
5:15.
Sun's coming up soon. Let's move.
Look at all that juice.
Hey, Marcus. How much do you think all that emulsion's worth?
I don't think I can count that high.
Finally, there it is.
Okay, here's a plan. Dom, we're going straight in. Cole, Baird, you two flank right and provide support. Above all, protect that resonator. You got it?
Got it.
You got it.
You hear that? What the hell's that sound?
It's just the wind.
Yeah, right. When's the last time the wind said hostiles to you? Those aren't drones.
Oh, shit. Looks like they upgraded.
They're called Theron guards.
You think they know what we're doing?
Well, we're not here to sell cookies. So they know something's up. Let's clear that station.
Y'all have no idea how many times I've had to sit through that cutscene on my first ever playthrough of this game. Literally took 2 weeks just to beat it because of shit like that kept happening. So now you meet a new enemy type called Therons, and they are exactly what Marcus described them as. They just upgraded them, not just in health and damage, but in intelligence too. They tend to take cover a whole lot more as well. And they sit in camp with these things called torque bows, which are these explosive crossbows that insta-kill you as soon as you come in contact with them. So all you have to do, and this is where the long shot comes real handy, just take duck and cover whenever you hear the sound, and you'll be fine.
We did it! Nice job. Okay, time to go home. Baird, you set up the resonator. Get that elevator back online.
Control, this is Delta. We're clear. Resonator has been detonated.
You did it, Marcus. Stand by. King Ravens are en route.
So we going back to base?
I guess so.
Good, cause I'm done.
Food, man. Hot food. All day long.
Delta, bad news. It didn't work.
What do you mean, it didn't work? There, let's go!
That lousy resonator didn't deliver the goods. According to Anya, we're missing data on, hell, I don't know, most of the network. We need 100 resonators to map these tunnels.
So what? We'll use this instead.
I'll use it to smash your teeth in. How about that?
Shut up and look at it. Look, those are locust tunnel snakes. You know I'm right.
Where did you find that?
It popped on screen when I hacked in. The files were there.
Phoenix, report!
Anya, are you seeing this?
Affirmative. Private Baird is correct. That geobot is showing more tunnel data than the resonator.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Give me a 0 point on that data.
Sir, well, it came from East Barricade Academy. From his father's house, specifically.
Whose father?
Sergeant Phoenix, sir.
You think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
Reroute those choppers, Lieutenant. They're taking Delta to EVA immediately.
Roger. Marcus, watch your back.
Affirmative.
Copy that. Control.
Act 3 was pretty alright. I love the feel of the Emotion Factory and how it had an eerie-like feel to it, as if it was a horror movie or something. The Lambert Wretches are an okay concept as well. It leads me the question of, what would happen if the Locusts became Lambent, or humans even? Pretty interesting lore to say the least. We also got to see more of Baird and Cole, and it's always welcome to hear Cole's enthusiasm and Baird's sarcasm every once in a while. But like Act 2, nothing really special happens. Though the Therons are a nice challenge, I just can't help but feel indifferent the whole time about it. It's annoying finding the Lambent Wretches as they do a bunch of damage up close, and their Materdom does a bunch of damage too. On top of that, it just feels the same old duck and cover against a bunch of drones and a small number of boomers, blah 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 blah. On top of a very bad boss fight. You have to fuck up pretty badly to die on it, even on insane difficulty. I think you're all starting to see a pattern here.
Sorry, honey. You're not my type. Radar echoes ahead.
after you get dropped off at the courtyard, you have to go to Marcus's dad's house to find the data you're looking for. And once again, you split into two different paths.
We'll take both. Baird, you're with me. Cole, Dom, take the street. We'll cover you.
Will do.
I've always found it pretty interesting every time you do one of these things. Marcus always goes with the white guy and Dom goes with the minority. Not anything wrong or racist with that. It's just something interesting I've always noticed while playing. You're done pushing through the locust. You make it across an abandoned garden where Stranded was wielding a hammer of dawn for whatever reason. Oh boy, I already know where this is going. It's literally the same as last time, except now you have to make her smash into the pillars for the windows to crack so you can unleash the hammer of dawn on her. That's it, really. After that's been over with, you make upon where Dom AI really shines. Just watch this. I'm surprised it took me this long to even address it. After that shit show, you finally make it to Marcus's dad's house and discover that the locusts have already invaded it.
God damn, is this ever gonna end?
Control, this is Delta. Go ahead.
I'm detecting seismic activity inside the house. There might be locust tunnels inside.
Copy that, Anya. We are aware.
Woo! Yeah, baby! What's up, ladies?
Locusts are inside.
There's something else here too, an APC behind the house. Now we can get out of this shithole. No offense.
Yeah, an APC. That's more time.
I told you I'd fix it.
Listen up. We don't have much time. Get back there and make sure that APC works. We're going in.
Okay, this gotta stop. This shit really gotta stop. This is the second time a Grenadier Elite has appeared out of nowhere. When you finally clear the House of Drones, you make your way down to the wine cellar where there's a secret entrance to Marcus's dad's lab. And of course it's infested with locusts. I swear to God, every time Marcus says, "Jack, rip that door," you know it's gonna be a defense portion. It always happens. Okay, that should be all of them. The fuck? Why is it just one more guy? Where the fuck is he? Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I have no idea where this dude is. Could be behind here. No. Ooh, at least I get a long shot though. Finally. Okay, should be nearby. Well, there he is. That didn't kill him. That didn't kill him either. Okay, finally. The benefits of sound whoring, people.
It's open.
You seen it here first.
Jack, hit the lights.
I'm bringing you the data now. Stand by.
Anya, what are we looking at?
They're locust tunnels. Doesn't seem possible. There can't be these many tunnels. It's a honeycomb. The planet's crust is riddled with them. They're everywhere.
I take it that qualifies as enough data to get the job done?
More than enough.
Then let's get out of here. Anya, start pulling the data.
I can't. The files are too big for this bandwidth.
Then we'll take them with us. Jack, download this data.
Confirmed, but it'll take a while.
Guys, there's still a war going on up here? Get up here, will you?
Give us your location.
Front of the house, second story. Hurry up.
We're on our way. Anya, keep us posted on Jack.
After you tell Jack to get the data, Cole and Bear want you to make your way upstairs while fighting a bunch of locusts in the process. You then have to fight off a wave of them trying to enter the house, which they eventually get into. And soon as Jack was done pulling out the data, you rush over to the back entrance to escape, in the most Hollywood-esque-like fashion ever.
What the hell? Robot!
I honestly have nothing to say for Act 4 except it's a little bit better than Act 1 with its enemy and level layout. I actually kind of like the Berserker fight this time around. You have to actually use your brain instead of just being a bootleg matador this time. We now know that the Locusts have a giant underground network that's connected to something which was a pretty interesting piece of lore. Minus the Dom AI earlier, it's an overall solid act. I have nothing to say. Well, this is it. The final act. Everything you work towards at this point has all come down to this. When Delta Squad arrives at a nearby train station, you fend off against a bunch of Locust drones, and this is where the log shot comes real handy, since the amount of snipers are more than usual this time around. What the fuck is Cole doing, bro? Yeah, see what happens when you just stand there like a bunch of idiots?
Damn it, we suck. We'll catch you right on Raven. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Anya, what are we looking at?
Okay, the bomb is at the front of the train, and there are plenty of locusts on board. You've got to get going now.
Let's move out.
Oh, you know it's about to get real when this Gears of War theme starts kicking in, bro. I'm telling you.
That all day long.
Oh man, that was so fucking badass, dude.
Not good.
Move in! Damn it. Jack, open this door.
Great. Now what?
Are you kidding me? Berserker!
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Anya, we're using the Hammer of Dawn right now.
Negative, Delta, you can't. Not with all those nemesis thinking the sky.
Fine, we'll go to Plan B. You got a Plan B? What? Hell no. Shit.
Well, that was easy. Very underwhelming, too. After you kill a ton of locusts aboard the train, you then have to use the turrets above. Because Dom AI can't climb ladders, apparently, to shoot down the Reavers. Oh, really now, Marcus? After you do all of that without Dom's help, you continue to make your way forward when you come across Lambent wretches aboard on the train. Make sure you pick this up. It'll be very useful. When you kill all the wretches on the train, you finally get to meet the big bad of this game, General Rom.
Let's do this.
Marcus, you've got to drop that data right now!
You still have it?
Oh yeah, I do. Right here.
This is it. This is the final battle. And it's annoying He kills you in only a couple seconds thanks to his giant gun, and he controls the crew around him, so staying out of the light source isn't exactly a good idea either. Luckily for me, I found a solution where all you have to do is, as soon as you make it to this specific block, you tell Dom to cease fire and lure Romp into this exact position. Then just lob a bunch of torques and grenades to disable his krill and spam shotgun shots at him when he's vulnerable. That's all you have to do. It's finally over. He's dead. But there's only one thing left to do now.
Successfully deployed the light mass bomb. We have destroyed the enemy stronghold. This war has exacted a heavy price from all of us. It has torn our world apart. But you have my word that we will rise again.
They do not understand. They do not know why we wage this war. Why we cannot stop. Will not stop. Why we will fight and fight and fight. Until we win. Or we die. And we are not dead yet.
Ooh, could we see a Gears of War 2 at some point in the future? Maybe we will. This act is the most annoying part in the entire game. I've died here more times than any other act combined, especially in that little ass fucking cable car with all the Lambent wretches in them. That part was so annoying. They kill you in 2 hits. You're in a very close and small area on top of them exploding on their death, and that kept happening to me over and over and over and over and over again. I wanted to quit so bad, but I persevered and made it through. And how long are these treks? I've been here for how long? And this train be going at like 300 miles per hour too. The wrong boss fight was the only hard boss the entire game, and all I had to do was just use the method I found on YouTube. It could have easily been over with in a couple minutes, since this AI is so damn dumb. And with a somewhat satisfying conclusion to be the cherry on top, only for it to be eaten by a cliffhanger. A real shame that the Brumok that appears at the end of Act 4 never made it onto the 360 version though, because that one was the best boss fight I played in UE, but nevertheless a satisfying end to a badass game. Well, that was Gears of War 1's campaign for you all. Overall, it's a pretty solid game. The gunplay feels so good and so badass. Just mowing down people with the Lancer, it's crazy. I feel like a badass in a sense. Even if I die in a handful of hits on Insane, the graphics, as you might have guessed, haven't really aged well in comparison to its sequels and its remake. But for its time, it was a technical marvel. You didn't see many games looking like this back in 06. Talk about the sound design, since that's a pretty important part in this game. The voice acting is really spot on too. The locusts sound like absolute monsters. Not only do they sound like the spawns of Satan, but they speak in like 1 to 3 word sentences too, further adding to their personality of being a hellbent animal. With Marcus's snide attitude, to Baird's sarcasm, to Cole's enthusiasm, and Dom's laid-back personality, and Hoffman's voice being reminiscent of Sergeant Gurney, all the voice actors do a solid job here. And speaking of the characters, let's talk about them. Marcus is my favorite character since I first started playing Gears. I kind of relate to him in a sense by sharing the not giving a shit attitude he has towards pretty much everything. He's a badass leader too on the first day back, as he literally mowed down countless of locusts with just him and the rest of Delta Squad. Next we have Dom, and I know I'm probably gonna get some heat for this, but he is the weakest of the 4. I'm not saying he is a bad character, not at all, but his thing is that he's just Marcus's laid-back best friend. And who was that woman Franklin mentioned earlier? She was never brought up the entire campaign at all. I really don't know how to describe him since he has nothing really interesting to talk about. Just plain old vanilla. Not a bad character, but he could use some work. We then have Cole and Baird, and they really lighten up the situation. Cole's hype man persona and Baird's straightforwardness really go hand in hand here. And the banter between all of them is pretty hilarious too. Not much to say here. Anya here is like the Hunnigan from RE4, which I have nothing to say other than she is a pretty important role in the story, and without her, Delta Squad probably would have gotten fucked over by the locusts, so yeah. I guess this game's biggest problem, in my opinion, is just its lack of enemy variety. All you get is drones, a sniper variant, 2 types of grenadiers that aren't much different if you learn to take cover properly, 2 types of wretches, Therons, and boomers. That is it. That is it. That is all you're gonna get in this game outside of bosses. And even then, the bosses are somewhat mediocre. But I guess there's only so much you can do with just taking cover and and holding down LT plus RT with the occasional RB all day. I'm not saying it's bad, since I didn't really mind it when I first played Gears back in 2014, but oh my god, it didn't age well in comparison to its sequels, especially in Gears of War 2. Some of the wave defense sections in this game felt so monotonous because of the lack of enemy variety, especially during the first 2 acts where all you fight is drones, which is why TC didn't even bother putting horde mode inside Gears UE. It'll just get boring fighting the same 8 enemy types over and over again with somewhat mediocre boss fights. So, does Gears of War's campaign live up to its 14-year legacy? Yes and no. It's a pretty solid campaign that I thoroughly enjoyed, but we're soon going to be in for a massive upgrade of it when we dive into Gears of War 2.